which is going to be a long and tough one. So it's good. Having said that, we should not forget the circumstance. We had a bit of some help from Toyota on the right and a couple of punctures. Even if I guess, doing some wiki of the road is also part of the sport.
High speed wrecking.
Yeah, exactly. So no, look, it's good, but it's very tight. Evans is coming back, so it's going to be very intense tomorrow. It will be challenging. The weather was challenging today, and it will be again very challenging tomorrow.
Yeah, the weather played its part this afternoon, didn't it? Because there seemed to be a few headaches with regard to the right tyre choice, the optimum choice. You seem to get it right this afternoon, though.
Yeah, we could have done better. I think in hindsight, which is always a beautiful thing in motorsport. Hindsight, there was eventually no rain, so we could have done things a bit differently. But eventually the downside of doing what we've done was very, very low in comparison to what could have been the consequence otherwise. We were in good position, therefore there was no reason to gamble. We didn't gamble. It means being conservative and therefore having a bit of everything. So that meant too hard, too soft, and too wet, which was a fantastic response of Zapeka, who said, "What do you expect? Well, as you see, we have no idea." I love that answer. So yeah, well, let's see tomorrow. It should be another interesting one.
It is going to be an interesting one. You mentioned though Elfyn Evans is starting to come back to breathe down Thierry's neck. Still a long way to go tomorrow. Cyril, what can you tell us about what we might see out there tomorrow in terms of conditions? What are you hearing?
Well, we're hearing that it's anyway some roads which can be pretty dirty, pretty muddy in any circumstance. Not clear. I think that there was a bit of rain today and maybe overnight, which is going to make the grip very, very low. So it's all about finding the right compromise from a setup perspective between chasing a bit more performance, but also trying to to keep some good traction and some good grip level.
Okay, Cyril, thank you very much. Let's turn to Jari Matti now then. An interesting day out there, as Cyril mentioned, for Sébastien Ogier, for Kalle Rovanperä. Tyre damage, both done in exactly the same place today. It's unusual to see that.
Yeah, it is unusual, but as a former driver, we did with Tanaka in Corsica back in 2019, having the punches on the same place. So
you can remember which stage it was as well, can't you?
I don't remember the name of the stage, but it was Friday afternoon, or sorry, Saturday.
What were the weather conditions like?
Very sunny, sun was shining, we were next to the sea, and it was a right-hand corner.
So encyclopedic knowledge.
But yeah, unfortunately, I think the boys cut it a little bit too much. In this place, it was a high-speed place, and there was quite a sharp edge of the tarmac. And I think Seb was planning to cut more first, but then he decided at the last minute to try to avoid the cut. But it came too late that actually then he hit more to the edge of the tarmac, and then Kalle actually had it in his notes, but he just wanted to go a little bit too much in. So okay, unfortunately they had these punctures, changed the tires, lost time, but then trying to bounce back, but of course they had lost chances for the top, fighting for the top. But then we were really delighted that by the end of the day we could see it on the second loop today that Elfyn was catching Thierry, and most importantly, I saw the smile on his face at the end of the SS8, which I haven't seen for a while. I'm really glad to see that. That means that he has a good self-confidence.
Yeah, that is good to know, and it was a great performance from him throughout the day today. Difficult, I think, for a lot of drivers, apart from Sébastien Ogier, to get confidence in the conditions today. Even though we've been here a couple of times, Jari Matti, it's a complex event. They're still caught out by conditions today.
Yeah, even though this morning it was dry, but the drivers were saying that the grip level is so low, and I think expectations when he was dry were that the grip should be higher. It wasn't that, and you could see that some mistakes happening this morning, and but that's the thing over here in this event, that the grip is changing all the time, and what you see, what you expect is not necessarily the same. So you have to be able to adapt on constantly changing conditions.
Question for you, Jari Matti. Question for Cyril as well. Did you know that it's Rich Miller's birthday today?
Actually, I didn't.
Happy birthday, Rich.
Thank you.
You want me to sing?
Well,
If you want to
go
sing,
for it.
Jari
Go on,
Matti.
go on. You sing it.
I'd love you to sing, Jari Matti. If you want to kick us off, we'll all sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rich. Happy birthday to you.
Hey!
It's the best birthday present I've ever had.
Oh, and on your 40th as well. What a
39.
Rich, talk to me about the day for M Sport out there, because for Ott Tänak, we saw a little frustration this morning. We also saw pace as well. He's in third position right now, and he's still in touching distance.
It's a fantastic battle set up for the rest of the weekend. You know, we were a little bit disappointed with the tyre choice we made that didn't quite work out, and we lost a bit of time there, which really we can't afford to be feeling more and more confident in the car, which is great. We've still got a lot of things to do to make that even better, but you know, to see him enjoying and being a little bit more comfortable is very good. The pace is obviously there, and yeah, 2 long days of competition ahead, and you know, for us after the disappointments in Mexico, the goal is to score as many points as possible here. So yeah, we're looking forward to tomorrow, and I think it'll be great for everyone out there watching. It
was tough, wasn't it? That tyre choice, you have to make a decision in the moment. It looked very threatening out there, and it's a gamble because it could have played into your hands. Sadly, it didn't.
Yeah, as I say, this event is really interesting and quite often exciting for the team. You know, the weather plays a huge part. We were correct in that there was some rain, but not quite as much as we'd have hoped, and didn't make the difference. So we lost out on this occasion, but in the calendar as well, then it makes it quite difficult. But yeah.
Very much, guys. Rich, enjoy the rest of your birthday. Thank you very much to Cyril Abiteboul, Jari Matti Laffler, and birthday boy Rich Milliner. We'll have our top 3 drivers here at the end of day 1 of Rally Croatia very shortly. Of course, our leader Thierry Neuville, Elfyn Evans, and Ott Tänak will be here in a few moments.
Are you going to stage? Can I see just number of the mic? 6. No.
Okay, we'd like to welcome then our top 3 drivers at the end of day 1. In third position overall, we have Ott Tänak representing M Sport Ford. In second position, representing Toyota, we have Elfyn Evans. And our rally leader representing Hyundai, Thierry Neuville. Thierry, we've heard a lot of words to describe this event today, challenging being one of them. You're leading at the end of the first day. What's it been like out there today?
Yeah, it has been a tough day. That's definitely the thing what we can say. We knew that it's going to be challenging, also with the road getting more and more dirty, so we knew as well that starting second we had a good opportunity to make up some time in the morning, and that worked pretty well despite being not very comfortable in the car this morning, and still trying to keep the rhythm, keep the speed, but it just didn't feel great, so it was a bit of a frustration this morning, but it started to work better this afternoon. Wasn't that good confidence as I would like to have, but at the end we were able to keep the first position, despite a difficult tire strategy. So I think the thing to remember is that we are lying in first position overall. We all know as well that
I wasn't sure how I was going to find the confidence, the speed this morning or on the first day of rallying, you know, after what happened. But at the end, yeah, I'm satisfied that we managed to keep the first position for the team overnight. It's not the end of the rally, but I think it's it's an important sign.
I think it is an important sign. It's been a tough day for all competitors out there. You've had to keep your focus, and I know that's been a huge challenge out there. You mentioned a tricky tyre choice before that long stage. How difficult was it? Because all around you, people are putting different tyres on. We've got, you know, wet weather tyres going on some cars. Were you worried that you made the wrong choice going in?
It's hard to say. I mean, you know, you do a first stage after service, and then somehow you are left on your own. I mean, you don't have a lot of information. You get some from your team, but the network isn't great either. And you know there has been some rain. You don't know how are the conditions now. Hasn't been drying. Is it still drizzling? And we got many different information. But at some point you need to take the decision. You have to go. We went with too hard, too soft. At the end, I think most of the drivers had similar choices, except the Fords, and I think at the end it was the correct decision.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a tough day as well. Not quite as long as today in terms of the competitive kilometres, but still a hard day out there. He's only 5.7 seconds behind now. He's coming for you. It's going to be tough to keep behind.
He is. I mean, we have had many fights over the last years. So it isn't a surprise that Elfyn was pushing this afternoon, but I always rely on the statistics when it's like this. And the statistics are good. So I'm going to keep my trust and try to do the job tomorrow. It won't be an easy one, and we know that Elfyn is every year been very fast over here, so it's not a secret. He missed out of victory, I think 2 years ago, very closely, so he definitely wants that victory.
He's just rubbing all the salt in, isn't he?
Isn't he? He's just psychologically trying to get you, Alvin.
No, but it's going to be a fight, that's for sure, and probably like in Mexico as well, it's going to the down to the wire.
Well, we all hope so. We certainly do. Alvin, tell us about your day. Team boss Jari-Matti Latvala was just here, and he said one of the best things today was seeing the smile on your face at the end of the final stage today and seeing your confidence, because he hasn't seen your smile for a while. It's been a good day for you out there.
Yeah, pretty okay. You know what I'm like.
We do. You're so, pretty humble.
There's no need to explain, but the feeling's getting always better and better in the car. And to be honest, even from the morning to the afternoon, we managed to make some small changes, which worked pretty well. Our tyre choice was a bit more risky, let's say, than some of the others, but it all worked out pretty okay in the end, and I'm happy with how it all went.
As I mentioned to Thierry, it is still a huge day out there tomorrow and really challenging. Last year we saw very difficult conditions, certainly on the Saturday stages, certainly on the Platak stage that you all did. What are we expecting tomorrow? What are you hearing?
I mean, a bit like today. We don't really know. It's always a bit of a lottery in terms of weather here. So yeah, it'll be a case of doing the decision in the morning with the information we have and hope it's the right one.
Absolutely. Elvin, thank you. Mr. Tanak, let's turn to you now then. Third position overall. It's a great battle. You are still in touching distance with these boys in front. A little bit of frustration for you this morning and this afternoon. Talk to us about this tyre choice in these wet weather tyres.
Yeah, it didn't really play out. Like Thierry explained as well, the information was quite maybe a bit missing, so we were expecting some rain from some kilometers. Actually, when we were in the States, it started to get some sun out, at the point, so it didn't play out, but fine. That's how it is. In the end, we didn't lose still too much, still we are there, so all to play.
All to play for. There's a nice little battle going on with Esa-Pekka Lappi as well as the boys in front. Were you happy with the pace you showed this afternoon, that long stage aside?
Yeah, it's been getting better. can't say that it's fully as it needs to be, but since Monte for sure we've been doing some steps on the tarmac, and I feel already better in the car, and still quite few things to get sorted, but the direction is definitely right.
Well, that is good to hear. Is there a key stage tomorrow for you that's going to be the toughest out there?
I think we will start already with quite a tough one in the morning, so long and quite demanding, so many different sections will be dirty as well, and I would say like this all day tomorrow will be tough. We have a new stage which was very dirty on the recce, and then the stage we did just in the fog last year, so they will be more or less all new.
Guys, well done on competition out there today. Thank you very much, Thierry Neuville, Elvin Evans and Oik Tanak.